Have you ever paused to reflect on how much you've changed over the past year? Maybe you're making better decisions, thinking more clearly, or noticing new opportunities coming your way. Growth, whether personal or financial, is rarely a dramatic leap. It's often a gradual process that unfolds without us even realizing it. Yet, when we take a step back and examine our lives, the signs of progress become undeniable. These changes might feel uncomfortable at first, but they are proof that you're evolving into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. In the realm of financial psychology, this evolution is particularly fascinating. Our relationship with money is deeply intertwined with our mindset, habits, and emotional responses. As we grow, our financial behaviors shift too. We stop tolerating poor spending habits, start setting boundaries around debt, and become more intentional about saving and investing. This transformation isn't just about numbers in the bank account. It's about aligning your finances with your values and long-term goals. Today, we'll explore 10 powerful signs that indicate you're leveling up, not only in life, but also in your financial journey. These aren't random milestones. They're markers of a deeper shift in how you think, act, and prioritize. Whether it's learning to say no to financial toxicity, embracing discomfort to build wealth, or trusting the process of compounding growth, each sign reflects a critical aspect of personal and financial maturity. So, if you've been wondering whether you're truly progressing or simply going through the motions, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of where you stand and what steps to take next to keep moving forward. Now, here's the thing. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's not some grand, cinematic moment where everything clicks all at once. No, real growth sneaks up on you. One day, you wake up and realize you're no longer the same person you were 6 months ago, or even 6 weeks ago. You've changed. And while these changes can sometimes feel uncomfortable, they're actually proof that you're evolving. That's especially true when it comes to your finances. Think about it. Every decision you make, whether it's sticking to a budget, saying no to impulse buys, or finally starting that side hustle, is shaping who you are and where you're headed. But how do you know if you're truly growing? How do you recognize the subtle yet profound shifts that signal you're moving to the next level? That's exactly what we're covering today. Over the next few minutes, we'll unpack 10 undeniable signs that show you're leveling up, not just in life, but specifically in your financial journey. From setting healthier boundaries around money to trusting the process of long-term wealth building, these signs will help you understand where you are now and what lies ahead. So grab a notebook, hit that like button, and let's get started. Sign 1. You no longer tolerate what you used to. One of the clearest indicators of growth is your ability to set boundaries, especially when it comes to toxic influences in your life. In the context of financial psychology, this means recognizing behaviors and patterns that drain your resources and refusing to accept them anymore. For instance, maybe you used to justify overspending because everyone else was doing it. Or perhaps you stayed silent while friends pressured you into expensive outings that left your wallet empty. Now, though, those actions don't sit right with you. You've learned to say no to frivolous expenses, toxic relationships that encourage bad financial habits, and anything else that doesn't align with your goals. This shift is monumental because it shows you're operating with intention rather than autopilot. Setting financial boundaries isn't easy. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and sometimes difficult conversations. But when you commit to protecting your financial well-being, amazing things happen. You create space for healthier habits, smarter investments, and opportunities that truly serve you. Sure, it might feel uncomfortable at first, like you're missing out or alienating people. But trust me, the void will soon be filled with better connections, smarter choices, and a sense of empowerment that comes from taking control of your financial destiny. Sign 2. You're more focused on the future than the past. Dwelling on past mistakes is one of the biggest barriers to financial growth. Whether it's regret over missed investment opportunities, guilt about racking up credit card debt, or frustration over poor career decisions. Focusing on what could have been keeps you stuck. But as you level up, you begin to shift your mindset. Instead of replaying old regrets, you channel your energy into creating a brighter future. This change is rooted in financial psychology. When you stop obsessing over what went wrong, you free up mental bandwidth to focus on solutions. For example, instead of beating yourself up over student loans, you start researching strategies to pay them off faster. Instead of lamenting missed stock market gains, you educate yourself on investing principles and begin building a portfolio. This forward-thinking approach transforms setbacks into stepping stones. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every challenge an opportunity to refine your strategy. By letting go of the past, you unlock your potential to build lasting wealth. Sign 3. You handle problems differently. How you respond to financial challenges says a lot about your level of maturity. Early on, many of us react emotionally to setbacks. A sudden expense sends us into panic mode, or a dip in the stock market triggers fear-based selling. But as you grow, you develop a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of panicking, you assess the situation logically. Rather than complaining about rising costs, you look for ways to cut unnecessary expenses or increase income. This shift is crucial for financial success. Challenges are inevitable, whether it's unexpected medical bills, job loss, or market volatility. What separates successful individuals from others is their ability to adapt and persevere. They view obstacles as opportunities to innovate, learn, and grow. For instance, someone facing unemployment might use the time to acquire new skills or launch a passion project. Someone dealing with debt might create a detailed repayment plan and stick to it. When you start seeing problems as chances to improve, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Sign 4. You're comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth always involves stepping outside your comfort zone, and nowhere is this truer than in finance. Building wealth requires taking risks, whether it's starting a business, investing in stocks, or negotiating a raise. These actions can feel intimidating, especially if you're used to playing it safe. But as you evolve, you learn to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. Financial psychology teaches us that fear often holds people back from reaching their full potential. Fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in mediocrity. However, those who succeed understand that fear is a natural response to growth. Instead of avoiding it, they lean into it. They remind themselves that every great achievement requires stepping into the unknown. Whether applying for a high-stakes job, launching a side hustle, or committing to a disciplined savings plan, pushing through fear builds resilience and confidence. Over time, being uncomfortable becomes second nature, paving the way for extraordinary results. Sign 5. You're more intentional with your time. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it's often squandered without a second thought. In your earlier days, you might have spent hours scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or engaging in activities that didn't add value to your life. But as you grow, both personally and financially, you begin to see time for what it truly is, an irreplaceable asset. In the context of financial psychology, this shift is profound. When you start prioritizing how you spend your time, you naturally align it with your financial goals. For example, instead of aimlessly browsing online stores, you dedicate that time to researching investment opportunities or learning about personal finance strategies. Instead of hanging out with people who drain your energy, you surround yourself with those who inspire and motivate you to achieve more. This isn't just about productivity. It's about creating a life where every action contributes to your long-term vision. Successful individuals understand that time management is directly tied to financial success. They don't waste hours on distractions because they know those hours could be spent building wealth, acquiring skills, or nurturing relationships that support their growth. If you've started using your time more wisely, whether it's reading books on investing, working on side projects, or simply reflecting on your goals, you're leveling up. You realize that time, once lost, cannot be recovered, and you're protecting it fiercely. Sign 6. You're attracting better opportunities. Growth has a magnetic quality. It draws better opportunities into your life. As you evolve, you'll notice that doors are opening that weren't there before. Maybe you're receiving offers for collaborations, job promotions, or business partnerships. Perhaps you're being invited to networking events or introduced to mentors who can guide you toward greater success. These aren't coincidences. They're direct results of your efforts to improve yourself. From a financial psychology perspective, this phenomenon makes perfect sense. The energy you put out into the world, whether it's confidence, discipline, or ambition, attracts similar energies back to you. When you focus on self-improvement, you radiate a sense of purpose and capability that others recognize and want to be part of. For instance, if you worked hard to develop expertise in a particular field, people will seek you out for advice or collaboration. If you cultivate a reputation for reliability and professionalism, employers and clients will trust you with bigger responsibilities. The key takeaway here is that opportunities come when you're ready for them. If you've noticed an influx of positive developments in your financial journey, it's because you've leveled up to match them. You've created the mindset, skills, and habits necessary to seize these chances and turn them into stepping stones for even greater achievements. Sign 7. You no longer seek approval from others. One of the most liberating aspects of growth is realizing that your worth isn't determined by external validation. Early on, many of us make financial decisions based on societal expectations or peer pressure. We buy things we don't need to impress people we don't care about. We avoid taking risks because we fear judgment or failure. But as you mature, you stop letting other people's opinions dictate your choices. This transformation is particularly significant in financial psychology. When you stop seeking approval, you gain the freedom to make decisions that align with your values and goals. For example, you might choose to live below your means despite societal pressure to keep up with the Joneses. You might invest in education or experiences that enrich your life rather than chasing material possessions. You no longer feel compelled to explain your financial moves to friends or family because you trust your instincts and judgment. This newfound independence is a hallmark of leveling up. It signifies that your self-worth comes from within, not from external sources. By living authentically and making choices based on what feels right for you, you take control of your financial future. And that's a game changer. Sign 8. You take more risks. Risk-taking is an essential component of financial growth, yet it's something many people shy away from. Fear of failure, uncertainty, or loss often keeps individuals stuck in their comfort zones, preventing them from achieving their full potential. However, as you evolve, you become more willing to take calculated risks, especially when it comes to money. Financial psychology teaches us that risk-taking is less about recklessness and more about strategic decision-making. It's about weighing the pros and cons, understanding the potential outcomes, and trusting your ability to adapt if things don't go as planned. For instance, starting a business involves risk, but so does staying in a stagnant job with no room for advancement. Investing in stocks carries inherent uncertainty, but so does keeping all your money in low-interest savings accounts. When you embrace risk, you signal to yourself and the universe that you're ready for growth. Each challenge you overcome builds your confidence and resilience, making you better equipped to handle future obstacles. Over time, taking risks becomes less terrifying and more empowering. You realize that the greatest rewards often lie just beyond the edge of your comfort zone, and that's where true financial success begins. Sign 9. You prioritize your health mentally and physically. Your health is a foundation upon which everything else is built, including your finances. Without physical and mental well-being, it's nearly impossible to sustain long-term success. Early on, you might have neglected your health in pursuit of short-term gains, such as pulling all-nighters to meet deadlines or sacrificing exercise for extra work hours. But as you grow, you recognize that health and wealth are deeply interconnected. In terms of financial psychology, prioritizing health is a sign of maturity and foresight. Healthy habits like regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep enhance your cognitive function, energy levels, and emotional stability, all of which contribute to better decision-making. Similarly, practices like mindfulness meditation, journaling, or therapy help you manage stress and maintain clarity during challenging times. By investing in your health, you ensure that you're operating at peak performance, both personally and professionally. Moreover, prioritizing health reduces the likelihood of costly medical expenses down the line. Preventative care saves money in the long run, allowing you to allocate more resources towards savings, investments, or other financial goals. When you treat your body and mind as assets worthy of protection, you're not only improving your quality of life, you're also setting yourself up for sustainable financial success. Sign 10. You trust the process. Patience is perhaps the most underrated virtue in personal and financial growth. Many people expect instant results, They want overnight success, immediate returns on investments, or rapid debt elimination. But as you level up, you learn to trust the process. You understand that real growth takes time, and that consistent effort compounds over the years to produce extraordinary outcomes. Financial psychology emphasizes the importance of delayed gratification and persistence. Whether you're building a business, saving for retirement, or paying off debt, progress may seem slow at first. However, small actions repeated consistently lead to massive results. For example, contributing a modest amount to your retirement account each month might not feel impactful in the short term, but over decades, it grows exponentially thanks to compound interest. Similarly, sticking to a budget or side hustle might require sacrifice now, but it sets the stage for financial independence later. Trusting the process also means accepting setbacks as part of the journey. Not every investment will yield high returns, and not every venture will succeed. But instead of giving up, you adjust your approach, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. This mindset shift, from impatience to perseverance, is a clear indicator that you're operating at a higher level. You've embraced the idea that success isn't about rushing. It's about building steadily and intentionally. As we wrap up, remember that growth, whether personal or financial, is a continuous journey. The 10 signs we discussed today aren't destinations. They're milestones along the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Each one reflects a deeper understanding of who you are, what you value, and how you can create a life of abundance and fulfillment. If you've recognized some of these signs in your own life, congratulations, you're leveling up. And if you haven't reached all of them yet, don't worry. Growth happens gradually, and the fact that you're here, seeking knowledge and insight, shows that you're already on the right track. Keep pushing forward, stay intentional, and trust that your efforts will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, keep growing, keep evolving, and remember, the best is yet to come.